And I get to be in the same room as you.
She's still coughing now.
But I'm better. Kind of. I'd say I'm 92%. 92% healed.
I needed a
Because I walked around today at a store and I felt a little peaked, so. But I had it. I didn't want to be inside anymore. That's a big glass you have. Okay, ready?
Cocktail. Cheers. Welcome to Cocktail Hour at the Coop. I'm Liz from Arrowacres. My sister Leanne. We are not at our parents' alpaca farm, Arrowacres Farm in Walnut, New Jersey. We're at my house across the street.
We're upstairs. We are not in the basement. Look at us.
It's cold down there.
And it's dark down there.
So
and it's nighttime. It's a Saturday night. Woohoo! Wild and crazy Saturday night. But we haven't recorded an actual podcast in a while because
We're crooked. My phone's crooked.
Then go
Does
fix
it matter? To the table. Look at the table. Look at the table with the bottom.
It'll only bother certain people that care that we're crooked. But I've been sick all month, and if you watch the vlog, you'll know I posted that stuff.
I need to discuss this real quick. The vlog.
The vlog.
Yeah. So my first order of business. I think we're still crooked. We're still crooked. But we're worse. We're worse. I can't see it from this side, so which way do I have to tip it?
Go this way. There we go. Ready? Stop. Good.
That's better. So, can we talk about the last vlog? We went to New York City. Our mom took us. It was our Christmas present.
And you danced so great.
It was so much fun. She got a 25-minute vlog out of that. I took 4 pictures. I took 1 picture of Times Square from our hotel room. Yay! I turned around and I took a picture of our hotel room to show my kids the 2 beds that were in our room. I took 1 picture of a sweater zoomed in that you can't even see from upstairs at the marketplace because that's a pretty sweater.
It was.
I would like it. And 1 zoomed in picture of a bowl of Parmesan cheese at dinner.
Well, that's why I'm in charge of the vlog.
And she made a 25-minute vlog.
We have our strengths and weaknesses. I will do the vlog.
It is not my strength.
But that's always been you. Remember, any birthday party for your kids, you don't take one picture.
Bad.
And I'm constantly taking pictures, in the moment.
And I was with her, and I didn't know she was recording or taking videos.
I just do it.
Taking pictures.
I just do it a lot.
And she's not obnoxious, and she doesn't.
No.
I literally didn't know, and I was next to her for 48 hours. I was like, wow, look at that.
I forgot the bartender. And by the way, I didn't mention in the vlog because I don't think we flirted with him, but we got free drinks. How you doing?
2. And wait.
Not yours though.
Well, mine was the cheapest and he had to charge us for something, I think is what happened.
He gave me and Mom free wine and filled Mom's wine up before she went to the table. And I think because I was filming him and he started the how you doing.
He started it. And we gave it, you were like, oh,
how you doing? We had so much fun. We met this family next to us that were so cute. 2 little boys.
They were so well behaved.
They were awesome kids, and they're gonna come visit us. I think. I'm sure they are gonna come visit us. They were so fun. We had such a good time.
And our sales reps from the farm. So I'm like, the tables are 8 inches apart. You have to literally be like, I hope my butt doesn't knock. And I said, when we were going out, I was like, I hope my butt does not knock over your drinks and your food right now to get into this table, okay? So I scooch through and I sit down and we're sitting there. We have our appetizers or whatever. And I'm looking at this lady who's standing at the, it's like a 12-inch by 24-inch table. They weren't that small, but they were pretty small.
No, New York City tables. People know.
I'm like, I know this lady. How do I know this lady? I know her from the Coop. And then her husband stepped up and I'm like, oh my gosh, there are sales reps. They come to the farm in the summer. They sell us lots of stuff that we sell at the Coop.
Yeah.
And they were not there for Vogue.
No.
They had nothing to do. They didn't even know Vogue was happening. That the entire New York City, millions of people, they sat next to us. Right? There's millions in New York City.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah. We had so much fun. And I was healthy that weekend.
You were great.
I'm sure that's probably why I got sick again, but it's fine. It was worth it. The show was awesome. Dinner was awesome. We loved it.
So
we had a great time. And Andy got to go, which was so fun.
Oh,
so she hasn't gotten to go in a while. So
my table's a mess.
It is, but it's fun. We're here. So it's February 1st.
Speaking of February 1st, we were open at the farm all day. We were busy today. I wrote January 31st on every single receipt today. And I came home and I said something to Grant and he goes, no, it's Wade's month because we have chores in our house and we do them monthly and then they switch monthly. And Grant goes, no, it's Wade's day. I was like, no, buddy, that's tomorrow. He's like, no, Mom, today it's February 1st. I was like, no, it's not, dude. I just had like a whole day worth of sales. And he's like, Mom, it's February 1st. And I looked and I was like, it's February 1st.
I started the February challenge.
I thought about it.
So last night I was like, oh, tomorrow's February 1st. I'm so excited. I really enjoy that. Helps me. Like, I don't have to think. Like, okay, here's a prompt and I have a post to make. And I didn't see a post and I was nervous. So I texted my friend Jess because she did it last year too. And I was like, have you seen anything? And within 20 minutes, Cece put it up and she was like, I didn't know if I was going to do it, but I'm doing it. I was like, I'm so happy. Yeah. I love it. I love doing February challenge. So.
That's kind of how I felt about New to You this year. Like, do we do it? Don't we do it? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
We're so glad we're doing it. So yeah, so New to You, you have a month left to do it. So we haven't really done our formal podcast. I've talked about it in the vlog. So people know about it and it's on Instagram.
Yeah, and we've talked about it like on Patreon and stuff like that.
Yeah. So we have that going on, and we have all of our prize donors. Do you have the list of them that we could
It's on my phone.
So you know what I'll do? I'm going to tag everybody in our notes.
Yeah, perfect.
We have a lot of people that are donating prizes, and there's podcasters and makers and small businesses, and so we just like to promote everybody. And so if you could go on and check out their stuff, everyone makes beautiful things. Support them. They have Etsy shops and stuff. So they're all going to donate a prize, the grand prize winner, and then their favorite. Okay. So check that out. I'm going to put the list down below. And it's nice. So it's always nice to have everybody. But I've seen lots of posts. Have you been checking our posts?
Yes, I have.
Because you can check the hashtag.
Yes, you can follow the hashtag. That's what I like to do.
If you don't know what it is, I guess we should explain it. I think most people know what it is by now.
People, you guys have been around for a while. I don't think we have a ton of new people, but you do a little bit
from the vlog. From Vlogmas, I got
if you're new from Vlogmas.
Yeah, try something new to you in the fiber world. It can be anything. So, I
haven't tried it yet, but I carry it with me.
You have a month left. You do it all February.
I bought this in Rhinebeck. It's the only thing I went to Rhinebeck for $500 later. Literally, the only thing I went to Rhinebeck for. I shouldn't have brought any more money.
Just meant to bring like $40. That's it.
Oh my gosh. I just kept going. I'm done. This is all I wanted. And then like another bundle of yarn came with me.
So darning loom. So you have to do that.
So
do you have something you have to darn?
Every sock I own.
Oh.
My left heel wears out it's only the left heel.
Huh.
It's my boots, my poop scooping boots that wears out the left heel. And I ripped this one.
Oh, look at you.
And literally every sock I own
so
basically needs, and then I have to do that. So I have a garbage bag full of nice alpaca socks from the farm that either Sunny has gotten a hold of and ripped. She loves socks. She doesn't really rip them anymore. When she was little, she if she's getting feisty, she'll hold it down and yank it up and rip it. So I have some of those. And then, like I said, just my poop boots. My left, I wear at the back of my heel. Being in the sock business, I sell a lot of socks. People are so funny. Like, everybody wears them out differently. Some people wear them out at the front of the toe.
That's what Rick does because his toenails are too long.
Ew, cut your toenails.
I know, but that's
gross.
So I love that I just told everyone.
Some people wear out the ball of their foot. Some people wear out the bottom of their heel, and others wear out the backs of their heels.
I don't wear out my socks.
Do you wear shoes that don't have backs? You wear a lot of shoes without backs on
my
them.
Birkenstocks.
So, I have these now.
I bought new shoes at the thrift store today.
I got LL Bean little elf shoes.
Cute.
And I love them so much.
Speaking of LL Bean, well, no, it was Land's End. I've been watching a lot of new to me podcasts lately because I was so sick and like Vlogmas but Erin with an E, if you guys watch her, she doesn't talk about knitting or crochet. She does crochet, I think, but she's like a baker thrifter, like she's in Canada. really, really, really enjoy her. If you like us, you'll like her. Like it's a very similar feel, but she goes thrifting. That's like her vice. She loves it. She got for like $25 Land's End coat with the fur head, to the floor, black, like a sleeping bag. $25. It was $400 online. She went online. She had a $40 budget for thrifting for the month, and she had already blown it, but she said it was worth it and she had no regrets.
Oh, yeah.
$25.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So she inspired me to thrift.
Oh, I meant
so
to
I went
tell
thrifting
you.
today.
When you were talking at the coop before, she's looking for a bookshelf or something.
Bookcase, yeah.
I meant to tell you, down in like Tom's River, there's near Dr. Anacone, there's a really good thrift store, and it's only furniture.
Ooh.
And I haven't been there in a long time. Mom might remember. We'll be able to figure it out.
All right.
I think we'll be able to figure it out. But you might do well there.
Yeah.
I meant to say it when we were over
I'm
there,
looking for a book. I have a lot of stuff. Books, yarn. My house is small.
I know you were
here.
I know you were looking for a low one next to your desk to put plants on.
Yeah, and yarn, but in my living room. So I have books, I have yarn, I have pictures. I live in a farmhouse that doesn't have closets, basically. It's an old house. And so everything I own, you can see. And I just wanted to kind of contain it because by my desk is like, I have a bookcase with yarn in it and I have like a little shelf with yarn.
Tony has those cute little corner cabinets with like the little woodwork, and the bottom has a cabinet, and the top just has a shelf. She has them in her dining room on both. She thrifted them, I think.
So I'm on the hunt, but
they may be original to the house. I don't know if she. I'll ask her.
Well, anyway, that's what I'm doing. But I went thrifting today and I got a pair of nice shoes, boots, very cute boots, Clarks. Anyway, it was fun.
Clarks are comfy. I have some good Clarks.
They're very
back in the
cute.
day.
I'll show you. There's like
when I worked.
laces.
Well,
you work, but you wear.
I don't. Yeah. I worked in a jewelry store. So
that's the good thing about working, because I didn't get to go to work all month, and I didn't really get dressed, and I stayed in my pajamas, and it's nice to like get dressed and leave the world, like go out into the world. It's very nice. I do enjoy that part of work. I like that. I don't have to go 5 days a week, so it's very different. I only go in twice a week. But
let's talk a little more about new to you.
Well, I'll show what I did.
And I have one thing
so
that
I
did.
I learned to mend my sweater. So I did that. I posted that on the blog and Instagram. And I've also shown this on the blog too, but this is Sashiko.
Sashiko. You don't have to say it so crazy. It's Sashiko.
Okay.
So Sunny is digging in my room. She found a ball somewhere.
So I made this thing,
I love it.
Right? So I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I have a whole bunch of this blue linen. So I have a little project in mind for a friend of mine.
Before you leave tonight, let's go through my fabric stash, because I can probably make you like a panel on a bag.
Okay.
Or like the front of a bag, like we can.
Yeah.
Do something.
So I really enjoyed it. It's basically just like a running stitch, and since I quilt, it's kind of like second nature to me.
Sunny found a ball. She's so happy.
And then I showed this too. I got the pattern for this. This is the Stellar tote bag. This is from Old Spool.
She's one of our
donors.
And
she has an awesome shop in Brielle. And I bought fabric and I quilted.
Oh, I love it.
Right?
I love it.
And the background pattern is super cute. So it's going to be the front of the bag. And I've been doing like hand quilting Sashiko with the thicker embroidery. But I did show that on the blog. But,
I love it.
Right? And it was good to quilt because it slowed me down. I go. And knitting is just second nature, and I just go. And quilting, you have to stop, and you have to cut, and you have to think.
Yeah, and I think for a lot of people, knitting is that way. You have to slow down and knit, where you just like power through.
Sorry, I'm a speed knitter. It's like I knit at like warp speed. And I didn't think I did, because Andy does. Our sister
Andy is like
crazy fast. So I thought I was slow. Apparently I am fast, because I get comments already. That was quick. And when Gudrun Johnson wrote, that was quick. Like to me personally, I was like, oh, maybe I do knit quick. I was up in
We also prioritize this. I think a lot of people don't prioritize their making, right? So like they clean their house and they do the dishes and they do the laundry.
I don't do that.
And they like oh, I have to clean the bathrooms because it's Monday or whatever.
No,
we
I don't do that.
We prioritize the making, and then once we feel good, it's like, oh, maybe I'll like wipe off the counter.
You're right. Well, and my kids do the dishes and stuff. Well, now I only have one kid home, but yeah, no,
we prioritize this.
People have said to me,
how
do you have time to clean?
We have messy houses.
It's a mess. But this makes me feel like some people like to have their house like clean, and that makes them feel good. I could care less. I don't like cleaning. It's ugh.
We did not get the cleaning.
No, I just love to make things. I love to make, and I feel like myself when I'm like,
I should pan around my house to
it's
show
not
you.
bad. Your house isn't bad. We just have stuff. Your house isn't bad.
I have 4 hampers of laundry, but that was just, my husband is great at washing. He'll do all the laundry on the weekends, getting it in the washer dryer because he's around on the weekends and I'm at the coop on the weekends. And then I will sit and fold it either at night or usually on Monday. I'll fold it, put it into piles. Kids put their stuff away. I put my stuff away. He puts his stuff away. He actually usually does his laundry and puts his away. I never even see it.
Well, I did the grocery shopping on my lunch hour yesterday and did all that. I mean,
yeah.
I do.
But no, I'm
do
saying like the
things.
mess on my house. Like there's stuff all over the counter.
Yeah.
Blankets everywhere.
Well, people have seen my vlogs. You see what's in the background. But anyway, I just love to make stuff. And when I was sick, I knitted like a crazy woman. I posted all the stuff on Instagram.
I can't believe how much you made this month.
I made like 5 things in a week.
I felt like I was like, I kind of wrote it down. Like I felt like it was like a really creative January. Like I took the first week of January like off, except I had children home sick all week the first week, and I was like, I just want the house to myself, and I don't want to have to do anything. Like I need that like, oof. And then they went back to school, and I was like, so week 2 of January, Sunny and I had the house to ourselves. We were happy as could be. She like kept coming up to me like, Mom, it's just us. And I felt like I was a little creative. I'll show you what I did. I worked on my new to you, but I sewed a bunch this month. I dyed a lot of yarn this month.
Yeah.
And I actually had like a creator block with the yarn. So for Patreon, we're doing a movie. So we have a Patreon yarn club. You can pay monthly for Patreon, and I send you a skein of yarn, and I usually have some kind of theme. And this year we came up with movie themes from like our childhood and whatever. And the covers of movies from the 80s and 90s are not so inspiring. It's a lot of red, white, and blue, and neons, and green and brown. So I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
I like struggled a little bit, and then like I dyed a batch of yarn, and I was like, and I had to like over dye them because I just didn't like them, and I was like, and then I like took a few days, and I was like, all right, maybe if I do it like this, it'll be fun. And my second batch was more inspiring.
I liked your first batch too that you sent me. But no, I
do like,
because you were kind of pigeonholed into like making it match that.
Yeah,
and it's so out of date.
Yes.
So, but you did a good job.
Yeah. I'm happy. So I have like 5 or 6 done for the year. I'll re-dye them if I need to, if more people join and stuff like that. But
I had people ask me recently about Patreon. They don't really understand what Patreon is. They're like, but I don't get it. What is it? So I'll do, real quick. So Patreon is, if you go on our site, which I'll link below, the Patreon.
Can I give like a Patreon for Dummies? Quick.
Sure.
Blurb?
Yeah.
It's basically a way to support makers in other venues than purchasing their products.
Yes, and like it's like a nice way to say thank you for doing what we do. It does take time and effort, and it costs us money to like we pay for Zoom, and we pay for our film, our video editing software every year. So there's costs that come with doing this stuff, and it's just a nice way to say like thank you. So we have a couple levels, and the lowest one is only $3 a month. And when you go on, you sign up, and you can just pay with your credit card or PayPal or whatever, and you get charged on the first of the month, and that gives you one Zoom every month.
And then whatever kind of content we put out just on Patreon. So I do stuff about the animals on the farm. I'd like to this year add in a few more things monthly, just like quick little things.
Yeah.
we're working on that stuff. I gotta get a schedule. So.
And then there's a $10 level where you get 2 Zooms a month. And then there's $20 and you get a gift every year.
Mm-hmm. I have those gifts
ready to send. And then we have the Coop special, which is you get the yarn every month. And that's
plus all the other things.
Yeah, all the other stuff. So that's what our Patreon is. So it's fun, and we have a really nice little group. And so even like the $3 you hop on once a month. We usually do it on Thursdays at 7:00 p.m. Eastern time. We're on for about an hour, hour and a half. We always say it's an hour. We always stay on longer.
Sometimes it's 2 hours. Sometimes it's 3 hours.
We stay on. It's really fun. You get to like know each other. We've all like become friends, and
and we're people from all over the country.
Yeah, we've gotten to meet a lot of people. Like at Rhinebeck, they come in. So it's really fun. So that's what Patreon is if you're interested in doing that. So.
And there's lots of people on there. So I don't know how easy it is to like search Patreon.
I don't either.
I was actually thinking about that this week. I'm like, I would like to just go on and like see who's on.
Yeah.
And I don't know
like I'm a patron of Annie at the Bookshelf. So she has like a Zoom. She has the bookstore in Thomasville, Georgia.
And I'm a patron of like a basket maker.
Yeah. And like our friend Mandy's now a patron of Woolly Mammoth.
The podcast.
Emma. Yep. So it's just a way of supporting her, and she gets like a little special. I don't know what she gets different.
Yeah, some people give like patterns, some people do videos. There's lots of them. So look at your favorite makers and podcasters and stuff, and see if they have a patron.
Yeah, it's a nice way to support. Anyway, that's that. So what else? I read a lot of books.
Wait, I have a new to you.
Oh yeah, show your new to you.
I made a jacket.
Did you put the?
I didn't do the pockets or the buttons yet. I was so excited that I made it. I was like, Nick, look. He's like, weren't you gonna put pockets on it? I was like, totally forgot. I was just so excited that it fits me. So I totally messed up the collar, like right there. That's not supposed to be like that.
But no, don't be like, I messed up.
I know, and that too. I'm like, yeah, I missed something in the instructions. And then...
Yeah, but you wouldn't know that you missed it.
You ready for an art teacher from the 90s?
But wait, it fits so good. It does.
It fits perfectly.
So you ice-dyed the fabric.
I ice-dyed the fabric. I bought the fabric.
I like this.
The placard sleeve.
Yes.
Look. I did it. So it's called the Ilford jacket, and it's made by Friday Sewing Company or something like that. But I mean, it's literally like, I'm just so happy with how it fits. I love it so much. So it needs buttons, and then it gets pockets, and they provide a whole bunch of different pockets.
Your scarf goes well with it.
And I'm gonna do they're like big like this, and then they like go diagonal here. And they're big, and they're just applied on. I did like this.
Look at fancy.
The binding stuff, but you can see the purple in there.
Yeah.
But this denim that I bought frays at the edges. So all that work I did, it's like popping off of all of them. So it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. It was a learning experience. But come on, it fits me.
I want to make the long version.
So I'm making the long version too. So it comes with this sleeve, and it comes with a boxy sleeve. I think the pattern was about $15. I got it from Julia at Old Spool Sewing. But I mean, it's like the perfect, so I just have to put the buttons on. It has a little positive.
Did you pick out the buttons?
Yeah, they're right here.
Our friend Shelly used to own a yarn store in Farmingdale, and she gave us a bunch of stuff she had left from the store and a ton of buttons. So,
well, I have to pick, but
there's like nice wooden buttons. There's a whole bunch of stuff.
So I think I'm gonna use these wooden buttons for this, and then there's a smaller one that I'll use on the sleeve. I think.
Yeah, perfect.
Right, but I have to. So now I have to watch videos on how to use the button foot thing to make the buttonholes. So I did watch. The other good thing about this jacket is that the Friday Sewing Company has a sew along on their website videos. So it's 3 videos on how to do it. She goes through everything. She's pretty good and explains most of it. It is for confident beginners. Right, that's me.
Look so is my bag. We're confident beginner.
So I think she does a really good job. I think she does expect people to know like the rest of like when you are really proficient at making things, you kind of like just
it's intuitive. Like,
it's intuitive.
Like,
you assume like, oh yeah, I know how to like hem a
Andrea
seam.
Mowry, when she writes her knitting patterns, if you're not like you don't know what you're doing, I think there is like a gap of, oh, she just expects you to know that.
Yeah.
So it's like that other level.
So it was like finish your seams, and I'm like, I don't know how to finish, and because there's no lining in this. So I'm like, I don't know how to finish the seam. And then she's like, well, it doesn't call for this in the pattern, but I'm using the bias tape on this. You can get it from the store, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. And I was at the store, and I was like, oh, okay, bias tape. I see it, I guess. And it's like ugly colors. And I was like, I can do purple with my
I like the purple.
So I love it.
Good job.
I love it.
So I'm on the hunt for a quilt to make into a jacket with like the big pockets.
Our friend Mandy wants one, so I told her, you find me the quilt, I'll make it.
So I went today, I had no look. And I have to say, I was at Goodwill today, and there's like linens. Ooh, it was weird. Like, I am not a judger, but I was like, I don't think I want people's like old blankets.
No.
It was weird. But an old quilt. In a hot second, I would take it and cut that thing up.
I like it.
I know, it's cute. Yes, you look very 90s art teacher.
90s art teacher. But I like it. I can pull it off.
You can pull it. Listen, if you're confident in what you're wearing, you can pull anything off.
I like how it fits.
If you like what you're wearing, wear it. I've always said that. Who cares if it's in style or not in style?
We are also not, and we have never been the people to be like, oh, she has that, I have to have that.
Yeah, we're not like that. Maybe we should be a little bit.
We probably should be.
We just wear what we like, and if it's in style,
so like,
great. If it's not, I don't know.
So like when people are always like, oh my gosh, I have to have that, they have that, we're like, why? Why would you want one?
Oh, but I should share my bag that I have. But I didn't get it because other people have it. I just love it. Do you want
me to go get it for you?
Yeah, I don't think my computer's in it, so be very careful. Okay. I don't think I've ever shown it. So we went to.
Sweeter has to go outside. She has to go on the deck.
So we went to Rhinebeck. We went to Cake. I enjoy watching Sandy by the Lakeside, and she had her bags there, and it's so good. Oh, it's so good. And I just fell in love.
It makes you do like a happy dance.
Oh, it's butter. It's like butter. So she had these there, and I loved it. And it was like,
she hates this color.
If I had bought it, it was like my whole Rhinebeck budget. So I was like, I just don't know. But I like dreamed about it. And then I got home from Rhinebeck, and I said to Rick, if you
we may have talked about this on a previous one.
But I don't think I've shown.
Because it got lost in the mail, and you tracked
I did. I tracked the mail person down, and it was opened a little bit.
The mail track.
I did. I tracked down the mail because it said couldn't find my house. Which, if you know where I live, you can't find my house.
And if it's like the fill-in at the holidays,
it was
which
a
usually
fill-in.
is.
No, like our normal person's so good because people will send me stuff to my parents' house. So the farm address is my parents' house, but I actually live on the farm. But our mailbox is not at my house, so. Our mail lady knows if there's yarn donations, she knows to bring it to me. Like,
yeah,
so it was a fill-in. Anyway, and I have my computer and I feel like a grown-up. It's nice. So nice. So this is my Sandy by the Lakeside, but I love it.
So if you're thinking about getting one, like if you see her stuff at festivals or wherever, or order online, so they're a little stiff when you see them at the festival. It was not like. It was soft, but it wasn't like...
No, it was like this.
It was... I mean, I know it was nice, but
I've only had this 2 months.
No, but I know, but I feel like immediately it like softens up.
Oh, it smells. And then I had to buy a baby for it too. How about that? I had to buy a baby purse because I can't take this in the store. And then I was like, I need a baby for my bag. And Nick was like, huh?
Nick was in the car and he was like...
You need what? A baby for your bag? I'm like, I need a baby purse. So I got another nice leather bag from TJ Maxx because I had a gift card.
It doesn't fit in here.
No, it does, but I brought it separately anyway. I love it. So if you need a Sandy by the Lakeside bag, get one. So anyway, my husband got it for me for Christmas. When he was like, is there anything you want for Christmas? I'm like, yes, I know exactly what it is. Do you want the link? And this is how much it is. He was like, oh, okay. Because I don't normally ask for things.
Nick asked me today, do you want anything for your birthday? I was like, no. We just got a new couch. You're going to help me paint the ceiling and our walls.
So I have a plan for you. She's turning 40 soon. And I have a plan. Andy and I have a plan for you, but we're struggling with the execution of the plan. And I have people helping with the plan, and we are all failing miserably. So there's a great idea. We have a great idea, but we are all failing miserably at the plan. But it'll happen. We'll figure it out. But I've called in like all the backups. Like, okay, everybody. And Andy's like, I'm in. I'm like, okay, but gotta execute it. So, but you're gonna be very happy.
Okay.
You are. I promise. It's gonna be good.
Is it a pony ride?
Pony ride.
Is it a hamster? When I was little, all I wanted was a hamster, and I wanted a treehouse. And I wasn't allowed to have one because our cat would eat it, and he totally would have eaten it.
And I'm such a jerk that I wanted a treehouse and we got a pony, and I was such a brat that I was like, it's a pony? I wanted a treehouse. Like, what a brat. We weren't spoiled, but we're taking a pony for Christmas. But she was not nice.
We shoveled her poop, too.
And she wasn't nice, and we never got to ride her, so...
But we had really nice ponies and horses too.
We did.
She wasn't the only one.
We did. All right.
We're very lucky.
Yes.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
We do appreciate what
Still want
we
my
have.
treehouse.
We just sound like turds. We're such brats. Okay.
All right, so I'm knitting a sweater. I started last Saturday. I started a week ago. This is the Laura pullover. It's a free pattern by Lamb and Kid, who
I feel like you're going to lose your stitches.
I'm not. Who I am obsessed with Lamb and Kid patterns. Uh-oh, no. I
drink water.
I felt the wheezing come back. So they have a ton of free patterns on their...
Is it Lamb and Kid or Lambing Kid?
No, Lamb, ampersand, Kid.
Because when I watch the vlog, I'm like... Is it Lamb and Kid? Lamb and Kid. Lamb and Kid. Lamb and Kid.
And Kid with a super cute logo. They're in Braden Beach Island, and I want to go there. And Mary Beth went there. Mary Beth called, sent me a message. I love her. Hi, Mary Beth. She has like the cutest Alabama Southern accent. Oh, it's the best. Anyway, she went there and got the yarn. And their yarn colors are unbelievable. And I'm going to get myself some. It's so good. So I learned about them from Beth McDonald Stone's podcast. So I started following them, into it, free patterns, and I've knit a bunch of their stuff in the past like 2 weeks, and everything is written well. Like free patterns sometimes aren't so great.
Yep. If you're new, be wary.
Yes. Theirs have been excellent, fun to knit, easy to understand. The popple shawl that I did.
Yep. Sold today.
I sold it at the farm right away. I put it out this weekend and it sold. So beautiful stuff. Really like them. So now I want to buy their yarn. I went on their Instagram live and they were showing all the colors. They're going to do the Albina sweater, Caitlin Hunter, and all the color combos. Bunch of women, cool shop. Oh, so anyway, this is the Laura pullover. One of those.
Lamb and Kid.
But this is with my
baby sheep and goats.
Look.
Do they raise sheep and goats?
No, they just have a yarn store.
What's Lamb and Kid?
Oh, it smells like, I don't know, I guess goats. Yeah.
Kids
It's
are
a goat.
goats
baby
and
goat.
lambs are baby
sheep.
sheep.
I wonder why they named it that. This is Vicious Trollop. If you know, you know. Do you know?
I know.
All right, when Lorelai goes to the spa with her mother, she puts on lipstick, it's Vicious Trollop, and then her mom goes out to the bar and meets the... Okay.
Yes.
So this
I just rewatched Gilmore Girls. That's the only reason I know.
Mary Ellen, and I'm holding it with some primrose yarn.
I love them together.
I'm like alternating every couple rows, and some hedgehog fibers.
Helical knitting, but not really if you're not doing every row.
No, I'm not doing every row. I'm doing like, you can see like...
I like it.
Right?
Yeah.
So there's no stripes.
Yeah.
Like every couple rows, I just kind of switch. I hold the other one. Because I had enough of this to make the whole sweater with this. And I had 2 of these and 1 of these. So I figured I'm just blending. And this
so these 2 are separate, but that one's throughout the whole thing.
No, this one's throughout the whole thing.
Oh, this one's throughout
Vicious Trollop's the whole thing.
And then these 2 are the others. Got it.
Yeah. It's fun, right? And it's like bright and it's happy, and I was sick and I just wanted happy and fun. So that's what I'm knitting right now. Then I got this from the library because I love this book. So I started watching, again, lots of podcasts over the last week or two because I was sick. Knitting in the North, right? Is that what it's called?
By Hilary Grant.
Oh, so it's older book. It's all Norwegian, but and it's all with Jameson and Smith.
2016.
It's not that, it's not new, but it's not old, it's like in between. Anyway.
Wait.
I started watching Knitting Tradition podcast, which she's in Norway, and she was I'm gonna show it. All the arrows. There's all arrows.
Arrow acres.
And I started watching her podcast, and she's from Norway.
Oh, these are what you want to make.
Yeah, the arrow cuffs. Right? Is that the arrow? Oh, I want to make the blue and white ones too.
Oh,
and it's all knit with Jameson, which I bought from Goodreads Johnson. So she lives near where my son goes to college, and when I went to take him back, and I know what her house looks like, and she told me
where you stalking?
Yes. She told me what town she lives in, and I had to drive through that town to get to Amherst, and I was like, I wonder where she lives, I want to be her friend. She has a new podcast. It's interesting. She has like a lot of knowledge.
A dickie.
Oh yeah. I made like that kind of dickie. It's like that
I
comfort
like
cowl.
that.
Did you like
That's super cute.
Right, with the one
I like
split.
it a lot.
Me too.
I'm gonna do a crochet version of it.
The cooler side of warm or something. That's what it's called. And it has like a split hem there on the cowl. I love these.
This barley twist.
Cute, right? Oh, these little cowls. So fun.
I love cows. So so we've been restocking at the Coop because we got like sold out at the holidays. So she's been restocking stuff, and then she bought stuff a couple weeks ago, and we like refilled, and then she was like, I'm not buying anymore. And then last weekend I was like, we don't have this, and this. And we had customers come in and be like, do you have this, and this? And I was like, so she bought more. And then today we priced and put out 2 orders, like half of it sold today.
That's good. I told her, I said, Mom, you're buying look at that one. Isn't that pretty?
Love it. It's the barley.
So I got this from the library. So
I love that.
Knitting Traditions, right? She's from Norway, and a lot of the stuff she shows is, I love the Norway knitting stuff. So when Norwegian. I went on the library website and I was like, Norwegian.
Oh, another
knitting.
dickie.
And this one came up, and I got it.
I'm not into the full faux dickie though.
No, that's like the whole thing. No. Yeah, I like the cowl with the split. Aren't those
the
cute?
ones you like?
No, there's different ones. I like those too.
Come on.
But
this book is awesome.
Right? It's worth. I don't usually buy knitting books, but this one I think is worth buying.
And I like the charts because I could convert those to crochet.
Yeah.
Do you hear my turd of a dog outside barking? She's such a brat. This time of night,
pretty.
she loves to just go and
Look
she
at
just
these. That's a lot of work, though.
It's a lot of work.
I can just get them from the Coop.
Fingerless, like glittens.
Yeah.
They're like half finger, so you have to knit all the little baby
fingers,
halves,
and then
the glitten flip.
That's a lot of work. Anybody gets you those, you gotta say thank you.
Kiss their feet.
Right? Nice stuff, isn't it? Look at
Very
that one.
cool.
Pretty cowls. Yeah. Love it.
I love this.
So I think.
Oh yeah, and look at the nice big charts, like easy to read.
Yeah. So I think this is one I might look to buy.
The Icelandic sweater.
And we have a store near us in Red Bank, the Mother Knitter, who has all the Norwegian yarn. They carry all of it. So I can go get the stuff. But I watched that Knitting Tradition podcast, and she has beautiful knits. But a lot of it's in Norwegian. So that's how I ended up finding this book. But yeah, pretty stuff, right?
Love it.
Yeah. I have a whole list of things I want to make.
We have a really good library.
We're very lucky. We have a great library.
And this book is $24.95 if you're looking to purchase it.
Yeah, from Roost Books. Anyway, I'm excited about it. So that's my next.
2016.
I'm going to make some of those little knits, the little cuffs and stuff with the arrows. So
super cute.
Yeah, I'm just excited about it.
The only other thing I have on my list is books.
I've read so many good books.
I
talked about it in the vlog.
I felt like I was hit or miss there for a little while. And then I decided to do like an A to Z reading challenge on my own this year. I listened to a ton of books. So I'm not like, I don't know. I just was like, I felt like it was like all hit or miss. So I went on like popular book club lists, and I went on like Facebook groups, and like I looked for people who were listing books that I liked, and then like other ones that I didn't know. So I would look them up. I listen on Libby. Everything's free. And my favorites in the past month, I guess in January, I really loved The Indigo Girl. And
that's our book club book.
It's our book club book. I think that you guys as fiber artists might really enjoy it. I think that's why I really enjoyed it. It wasn't about fiber arts, but it was about the will to try new things, the courage to stand up to people that you may not necessarily stand up to, and to try to build a new industry around what you love to do. And I thought the female character was super empowering, and I really loved it. And it's based on a true story, and it's based on indigo dye. So I think it's really good for fiber artists.
Yeah, I'm excited to read it. I have to get it from the library.
I really enjoyed it. I loved James by Percival Everett.
I started it and didn't finish in time, so I was listening, and it got returned, so I need to get it.
If you listen, the narrator is fantastic, and I did just read a review on it, and it said, I think maybe it was somebody who was reading it, and she asked if it was better to, or she was gonna be, and she wanted to know if it was better to listen to or read, and people gave their opinions on that, and everybody said listen to it because the narrator is so great.
I started listening, and I think I just didn't finish it, so it got returned.
It's based on, and Huckleberry Finn is in it.
Yeah.
So it's set in that time frame, and I think
it's told from the slave's point of view.
Yeah. So Jim's point of view is the Huckleberry Finn story. I like that. And then the other one I liked, I thought it was slow to start, but I'm happy I finished it, was The Husbands by Holly Gramazio.
I told you that was on the bookshelf that I listened to from the front porch. The one girl was it's weird, but it's like that. Yeah, it's like weird. Time travel kind of, but she liked it.
There's time travel. I ended up I felt like that first third, I was like, okay, come on, let's move along now. But you needed that first third to really grasp the ending, sort of.
So I just thought of a funny story that I forgot to tell you. So I am reading The Berry Pickers. So in The Berry Pickers, right away.
I've never read it?
No. Did you read it?
No.
Okay.
But I thought you had read it.
No. I'm reading it right now. And my middle son, Garrett, was home. He just went back to college on Wednesday. Okay, so he was home and I was reading it. Now, in the book, and I'm not giving anything away, you know this right away, a little 4-year-old girl is kidnapped and raised in another family. And she has nightmares. She kind of remembers her old family, but the people that kidnapped her kind of say, it's just a bad dream, it's just a bad dream. And so she grows up thinking she puts it in her head, she doesn't look like them, so she's like, I must be adopted, but whatever. And she doesn't remember. So she was 4 when this happened. So I said to Garrett, I go, what is one of your first memories? When do you remember things? At what point are you yeah, I guess at 4, you don't really remember your life.
I have some memories.
Now, I'm going to say this as a mom. I'm not a yeller. Am I a yeller?
No. I'm a yeller.
She's a yeller. I'm not a yeller. Garrett is my easiest child in the world. The boy has never given me trouble in the day in his life. I don't ever remember ever yelling at Garrett. Ever. Dalton's a handful. Chase, handful. Garrett, easy peasy.
He was smiley. He was snuggly.
Then the second he was born, he was like, okay, I'm here. Okay, so I said to Garrett, what's one of your earliest memories? He goes, I remember being pretty little. Maybe my first memory is you yelling at me really bad. I'm like, what? I don't ever remember yelling at you in your life. He goes, I asked you why a nickel is bigger than a dime if it's worth less money, and you really yelled at me. And I was like, I did? He goes, well, looking back, you clearly were stressed about something else that was going on. But I was like, okay, I'm really sorry I asked you that. And I was like, I felt so bad.
That's
so bad.
So did you just have this conversation with Garrett?
Yes, like Monday.
Mom was with Aunt Kathy and Uncle Lenny.
So terrible.
But Mom was with her brother and sister on Tuesday, and they got talking about their first memories. And she said Uncle Lenny, one of his first memories is when they brought Mom home from the hospital. But that's so weird that Mom just told me that they were talking about this week.
So then I said to him, I was like, I'm sorry. He's like, I mean, looking back, I was like, he's like, no, you like never yelled at me ever. You really never yelled. I'm just not a yeller. And they were pretty good kids. They didn't need to be yelled at. They didn't need to be yelled at. They were
Mine need to be yelled at. There's a difference.
Chase needed to be yelled at. But so then he's like, well, remember when you took me to the play? And remember you took me to nice dinner? I remember good stuff too. He felt bad. I remember good stuff. I have really good memories, Mom. You took me to New York. I was like, I really felt bad. But it's true. Like, what's your first memory? I remember living in the River House and getting like a tea set for Christmas.
Well,
so
you
I
would
was
have been like
2.
2.
I remember that, but I don't remember our house being built. I don't remember Andy being born. I was only 2.
I have a visual.
I remember you being born.
I have a visual of.
I was 7 when you were born.
I have a visual of me going into anaphylactic shock, but I was almost 2. But I think it may just be the retelling of the story that I remember.
Like, do you remember this?
I think it was the little blue bowl with the white on. Remember those little blue and white bowls that we had?
Well, that was a traumatic event, so you may actually remember that.
But I don't remember the hospital or anything like that.
I remember all of it. Was terrifying.
I remember.
She almost died. And my mom's like, just make sure she's not turning funny colors. I'm like, she's turning funny colors. Yeah, that was traumatic.
So
I was 7.
I remember the couch we had
8.
back then.
Yeah, I was like 8 years old.
Yeah,
though. I remember that.
Yeah.
I don't remember Andy. I remember you being born. I remember getting the call at my mom's and they said you have a little sister and her name is Lizzie. Like I remember standing. Yeah. I remember my mom's phone down by the.
By the kitchen.
Yeah. It was like looked like an antique phone, but it was like a regular phone inside of it. Yeah. Like I remember all that, but. Yeah, it was interesting, but poor Garrett, I yelled at him. And then we're driving, this is like on Monday, and then Wednesday we're driving to Amherst, and we're just in the car having a nice time, and I just said, Garrett, I'm so sorry. He said, oh my God, I'm so sorry I said anything. I mean, really, he's just the easiest kid you could ever ask for, so.
I have one other book written down, but it's a trilogy. I'm on the 2nd book right now, and I'm really enjoying it. And the 3rd book comes out in November, so I'm looking forward to it. It's by Nora Roberts. It's the Lost Bride trilogy.
The Lost what?
Lost Bride trilogy. The first one I think was called Inheritance. This one's called The Mirror. I think the 3rd one is called 7 Rings, maybe, because I just looked it up because I was like, oh, I'm just loving. And your bookshelf people called it a cozy mystery.
Cozy mystery.
It's a cozy mystery. So it's a ghost story. So if you're into ghosts, you might like it.
I love ghost stories.
But it's not it's not a thriller. It's not a thriller. And it's just not like I love there's lots of ghosts. So there's good ghosts and there's one mean ghost. But I love the characters and I love the story. I don't know, I really like it.
You gotta read Northwood.
It's on my list. I'm getting there.
I don't know if you're gonna love it as much as I did. I loved Northwoods. Loved. And as I was driving to Amherst,
recommended it.
Maybe.
No, she maybe have recommended Beartown.
Oh, that's supposed to be very good too. Frederick Bachman.
I listened to that.
It's a hockey one. I was driving to Amherst. So Northwoods takes place in a fictional town that is Amherst, basically, where my son goes to school. And the whole time reading, I'm like, this is where Garrett goes to school. I know it. And they didn't say it until the very end. They actually mentioned UMass. And I'm like, yes. So I'm driving to UMass. I'm like, it could have been that house and that house. Because the house is basically the character of the...
Right. It's the generations within the house,
that have lived in the house.
Yeah, I know that I have it.
So it all takes place. And I think I loved it. I think I loved it so much because the house I live in was originally built in the 1800s. And early 1900s, when kids were in the city and they thought they had to send them there to get healthy, they would come and live in the house. And it was just that one room.
But do we know who those people were?
No.
Right, we only know Mayo and Jean.
Uncle
we don't
Mayo's
know Uncle
mom
Mayo.
would come here and take care. She was the housekeeper.
But we don't know who owned the house before Mayo and Jean, right?
No. It was willed to them, and he was one of the kids that came down for like country air. So in my mind, like, there's all, and he died in my bedroom.
Yeah.
Like Uncle Mayo did his chores in the morning, took a nap in the morning, and died in the bed where I sleep.
Not in your bed.
Not in my bed, but in the
your
room I
bedroom.
sleep in, he died. And so I think that might be why I really love the book too. Like all those people that have lived in that house. But there's one about these sisters, and I think about all. If you've read it, the sisters in the pink dresses closing the door. You know what I mean. It's when you read it, you'll be like, oh, I think about that book every day. It just pops in my head. I loved it.
It's on my list.
Good.
It's on my A to Z list.
I've talked about it in the blog, so I don't want to. They're probably like, we already know. Okay. All right. Well, that's good. We did it. We did an actual podcast.
A real podcast.
A real one. Because it's been a lot of vlogging
with
stuff.
notes.
And I have material to put a vlog of January, like after a vote.
Yeah.
So I'll post this and then I'll sprinkle in some other stuff.
Not 4 pictures. 4.
Well, that's why I
4 pictures.
That's why I do the vlog. And you're really good at other things. You clean poop every day. I don't want to do that.
And I organized a kick-ass event at Old Mill School yesterday.
Bingo man.
Bingo night was a success. We may not have made the money because the stupid town screwed us out of
Rick
it.
said that the school was right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, no, that's exactly what had to happen. So.
Yes. But it's been happening. The fundraiser that we were doing, that I was like, I'll help because it's a great thing. It's so easy. They've been doing it for like 20 years. Yeah, we got the kibosh this year.
Yeah. You gotta get license and all that stuff.
No. When you get the license, it makes it an 18 and over event.
I know. But Rick said what they had you do was actually the legal right thing to do.
Yes.
So, anyway. Okay. All right. So I guess that's it, right?
I think so.
All right. New to
New
you.
to
Do
you.
all the stuff.
We talked about new to you, but we didn't say how to enter. So
Post.
Go to Instagram, post a picture, use hashtag
Or Ravelry.
or Ravelry. Go to the Arrowakers Farm, the group. Otherwise, go to Instagram, post your picture. It doesn't have to be of you, it could be of the thing. You don't have to finish the thing. You just have to start the thing, try the thing, whatever you want it to be. Take a picture, post, hashtag new to you, MAL, make along, 2025, so I know it's from this year. And we'll enter your name. And in your little caption, say what's new
that helps.
to you. So it's a new bind off, it's a new kiss on, it's a new, I don't know, whatever. It's a new, I've never done a hat before. You get the idea.
Okay.
Post
and
that.
That's it. And then you're in.
And then you're in. I write your name down and you're in.
I have a favorite already.
I have 2 saved, I believe.
I
save them in a little
me
folder.
Me too. Okay. All right. Well, cheers. We did it. Yay.
Ta-ta.
All right. Later. Go hit end.
I should have had the button.